Welcome into the PHNX Coyotes postgame show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah Merrill, your host, Steve Peters. Craig Morgan will be joining shortly, and I think the mood for all of us is...
It's Championship Monday, right? Can we talk about that game?
Yeah, right?
Today?
Instead of this one.
Tar Heels? Can we do that?
Talk about any other game besides
Rock,
this
Chalk,
one?
Jayhawk? No?
Yeah, you're going to win the Discord bracket.
No, I might win the Discord. I will
Craig
not win that
might
game.
win the PHNX assigned bracket, whatever. Yeah. But we're here to talk about this Arizona Coyotes game, unfortunately for us. 5-1 loss, kind of right back down to reality after it was like the loss on Friday, the win yesterday, and back to reality today.
I think 3 games in 4 nights in 3 cities with half a roster and an American League goaltender finally caught up to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's St. Louis Blues are a team that's going to finish second or third in the Central Division more than likely. They're a playoff team. They're prepping for the run. It's that time of year where you do those kind of things. They're a better hockey team.
Fastest
oh my God, Craig is here literally already.
Besides the 2 times.
We've been on for a minute.
Besides the 2 times that Craig has been with us the entire show, this is the fastest Craig has ever joined.
Literally been on the air for a minute. There we go. Well,
we also didn't mic test Craig, so hopefully his mic sounds good. Even though I literally...
All right, Craig, I can't lie. You did get me for a second because I had your mic on, but I had it muted, so I was just like, "Oh shit, I forgot to unmute it."
To be fair, Sean is in shambles today, so it could have happened. Much like the Coyotes.
I bet money on Kansas, and it's not going well.
The good news is you have missed literally nothing.
We have actually talked more about the basketball game
than we did about this.
Oh, just how bad is it now?
It's 40-25 at the half still.
Okay.
They haven't started up.
I don't know.
So after one, let's talk about it real brief.
43-31 right now. Kansas
is coming back.
17 minutes left.
Rock Chalk.
That's all right. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Mm-hmm. So the first period, they come out of it 0-0, albeit there were 2 wide open empty nets for the St. Louis Blues that they missed, where Prosvetov was literally either not in the net or looking the other way, but they didn't score. Carcone had a good look. Michelli had a good look. First period wasn't awful. I mean, 0-0, shots for 10-7. Wasn't awful.
Fine.
You know, someone else suggested that to Andre Tourigny in the postgame. Hey, you guys were okay. You looked like you were carried a little bit. His response? Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How about that?
Okay.
And listen, having said that, he also pointed out, I think it's 7 games in 11 days with the travel.
And that's the one thing we said before we got here. And like half the roster gone.
Oh,
and
that too.
An AHL goaltender.
And already a rebuild. And then you lose half your roster.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to define this season.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, when we started this show in the fall, it was about, my gosh, look at how many guys they got rid of from last year's roster. Now, look how many guys they got rid of from opening night roster, either by the trades or waivers or whatever,
or
but
injuries.
Mostly from injuries.
Yeah.
This team is literally decimated. With your team leader, your goal scoring leader, Clayton Keller goes down, it is hard to find the offense, and they've just shown that again tonight.
Hey, Andrew Ladd came back for 1 game.
And then
now
went out again.
10 guys out of the
day to day with a lower body.
10 guys.
It's unbelievable.
From this
and
team.
Key guys and key players too.
Yeah.
So what do you expect? They're trying hard. The effort I thought was there again today. Even Galchenyuk, when he takes that penalty that ends up costing them, it's not a dumb penalty. It's not because he was trying to he was trying to defend. He was trying to help his teammates. Mm-hmm. Just kind of forgot the rule in the meantime and takes the penalty, and then they score when they're shorthanded.
Ivan Prosvetov sure gets tough assignments, doesn't he?
It's unbelievable.
Tampa, Colorado,
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay.
Yeah.
On the road.
Jeez.
All with a less than full lineup too.
Yeah,
I think.
Although to be fair, on that first St. Louis goal, there wasn't really much that he could have done.
No, and I thought he
even made some really good saves in this game.
And some we were literally stunned at. Oh my gosh, how did he get his leg over there on that one? Yeah, he made some great saves. It's not his fault. Look, when you go back and look at the goals from tonight's game, there are so many of them that are right in between the hash marks, between the dots, right in front of the house, with nobody defending the player. Those are hard for a goaltender. I mean, it's almost not fair.
Let's stay on Prosvetov for a minute, and I'm going to pretend that we're going to talk about this game for a little longer than we really want to, or anyone wants to hear. With Prosvetov, we kind of have the sense now, listening to the internal rumblings of the organization, he's not ready. He's not going to be in the NHL. They want him back in Tucson next year. Overall, when you look at the system for goalies, what are you thinking about goaltending, the goaltending future of the Coyotes? Or do you even care? Because as we pointed out a million times, this organization has had a lot of good goalies. They haven't drafted a single one of them. Such a tough position to evaluate. Do you get them through the draft, or you just sign them a few years later when you think they might be emerging finally?
This is a debate that will rage on in hockey perpetuity. It's so difficult because when you draft a Carey Price, yeah, it's a great draft. Marc-Andre Fleury was a draft pick that wins cups. More often, it isn't. And more often, they're picked up. I just look at the history of drafting goaltenders for the Arizona Coyotes, and I see Mark Vizzentine and Patrick DeRoche. They're 2 first-round goaltending picks that didn't pan out, and my vote would say don't draft them. Yeah. You look at what they've done here in Arizona from Brzgalov, Dubnyk, Mike Smith, Kemper. Guys are all of them were either in the American League, headed to the American League, or number 2s in this league. All of them. And they've become something greater here. So I'm in the belief that if they're surrounded with the right people, they're coached the right way, you can find that guy. That's what I think. I think drafting now, especially if you're looking at drafting this year, you're talking about an 18-year-old goalie.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you want one in your system somewhere. Maybe you take them in a mid-round, a guy that you have a lot of confidence. I was just talking to Daryl Plandowski about this. He's like, they're so rare that you look at a goaltender and say you're going to spend a first-round pick on him now. He said, I don't think that thinking is ever changing. You have to be beyond 100% certain because of the timeline of this position. Yes. It develops a lot more slowly than other positions.
They don't develop at 18.
Are we boring you?
No, I just, on the topic, someone asked a question, where is, and I'm not going to say it because I'm going to ask you, Craig, how do you say the name of the goaltender that the Coyotes...
The new Finnish goalie who won an Olympic gold medal?
The one that we've been butchering?
That a lot of people call Harry Sateri?
Say his name again.
So I asked his agent today, and we are, in fact, butchering his name. All 3 of us have been butchering his name. But what do we know? We got bad advice.
Classic.
So first of all, it's Hari.
Which we started to say that.
I did say Hari. Because I said Harry, kind of joking.
And it's not Satari or Satari. It's Satari. Because there are 2 dots over the A, that's where the accent falls. So now you know. Satari.
Which, you said that he's on this road trip.
Yeah, he's with the team.
And we might see him maybe
I would think Bill Armstrong said about a week of practice. So he arrived, last weekend. I could see him playing maybe they play on Saturday?
But
Which
here's
day they play?
Here again. Yeah, Saturday. Thursday, Saturday. Because here's what happens now, though. They played back-to-back, so they didn't practice today. He probably went over to the rink this morning. He probably skated with a few guys, injured guys. Not a full practice.
And with Corey, right? He was working with Corey Schwab, yeah.
So that would have been today. Tomorrow, it's a back-to-back on the road. There's no way they're skating tomorrow. So he won't practice tomorrow, and tomorrow's Tuesday. So I guess you skate Wednesday, game Thursday, skate Friday. Yeah, I guess if they're at home. So we'll get 2 more practices, 2 more full practices. Yeah, I think you're probably right. And we know how good we are at guessing goalies.
Oh, sure. He won't play for a month.
Let's go.
Won't play the rest of the season.
For Saturday.
Who knows? But anyway.
Let's...
Now you know. Hari Satari.
Get talking about this game over with. So let's do tonight by the numbers.
Craig's never here for this part.
I know, right? Welcome, Craig.
What's this neat thing up on the screen?
What's this neat graphic? So 5-1 final, obviously. Coyotes 22 shots on goal, Blues 29 shots. Not a ton of shots against for what we're used to from the Coyotes, but 5 goals on 29 shots is, not great. 1 for 2 on the power play for the Blues. And what's not noted in this graphic is that the Blues also scored a shorthanded goal, which I believe Petey literally called
like 10 seconds before it happened, right?
10 seconds.
That was weird.
Actually, it was like
But you didn't bet on it, did you?
No, I did not get out my DraftKings Sportsbook app.
But at the literally the puck
O'Reilly
drop
was
and you
just
said,
off
I
the face
feel
off.
a shorthanded goal.
He was just buzzing. You knew he was.
That was a good sigh.
No, it's again, we try to find positives, and what happened with this game is it got a little out of control, and then St. Louis just showed how much better they were. I mean, it was Buchnevich, O'Reilly. It was a better team, and they started to feel it. And when a team like that gets rolling, they're bigger, stronger, faster, better.
That's what Andre said. This was a big boy game.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be interesting to see what kind of teams make it through these playoffs. And that team, the St. Louis Blues, is a big, strong
sleeper.
team.
They're my sleeper. I told you that already. And you're watching that team. You want to know what Bill Armstrong wants to build. Obviously, he hopes he wins a couple of elite players at the top of a draft.
Right.
You can't control that. But that's the type of team he wants to build.
That Barbashev was a Bill Armstrong pick, and he was on the board tonight.
Yeah, he's got how many goals now? 20-something.
27.
They've got 7 20-goal scorers on the Blues. That's depth of scoring, which is
scoring is unbelievable to have 7 guys in 20-goal scoring.
Helps in the playoffs.
Yeah, and the one question mark, and I know we'll digress and break down all these playoff things later. The one concern I have with St. Louis is their goaltending. Yeah. Is it strong enough to get through? And I know Binnington clearly has done it. Can he do it again? There's so many question marks in this year's playoffs in the West right now because so many teams aren't what they think they're going to be when the season's over. Landeskog is out. Vegas is missing a multitude of players. Like if everybody gets healthy and it's an even playing field, it's going to be interesting in the West.
Yeah, well, at least the top 4 maybe.
Another thing that you were right about, Petey, were your keys to the game, because as the game was going, this is what happens. You do your keys, and then as it's going along, we say, oh, there's a key. Oh, there's a key.
Well, the first one really wasn't a key. It was just they've done really well in this building over time. And Craig talked about it before. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. They just do well against the
so has Clayton Keller, and Clayton Keller's out.
Bingo. I feel like every time one of your keys hits, you should have a door opening on the graphic.
Oh, with a key.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh. No penalties, blue power play. Got that.
Sorry, Sean.
The goal needs to be the first star.
Oh, no. You gave me, that's an idea. I appreciate it.
And for him, for this game, they needed Ivan to be the best player on the ice.
Yeah.
It was their only hope. Luke, you're our only hope. You know that one, Leah? No?
Yes.
Do you know that one?
Leah? Okay.
Luke,
Let's
Leah?
stop right there.
Yeah.
We're out of control.
I digress. This is where the show's going. They needed Ivan Prosvetov to be the best player on the ice, and he wasn't.
Do we have other segments for this show?
Yes.
Let's just get to those.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
That's great.
Should we pick the king of the game right now?
Thanks. When's our next show?
Okay.
Is it too late?
Hey, thanks for being here.
I was gonna say, oh my God, the one highlight, I guess, Nick Schmaltz did score his 21st of the season tonight, which ties his career high.
And Cam Dineen throwing it to the net.
Yeah,
that's the way this team's gonna have to score without guys like Clayton Keller. I tell you what, there was a really nice play by Phil Kessel early in the second period where he goes a rink-wide pass, phenomenal pass to Richie, really good scoring chance. They are not going to out-skill teams right now. They're going to have to do it by exactly what they did there. They're going to have to throw pucks to the net, and people got to get to the net. It's going to be second chance goals, rebounds, tips. That's how they're going to create offense. I just don't see these tic-tac-toe plays right now. And when you're struggling to create offense, you need to generate stuff at the net. And they're going to have to do that a lot more this week if they're going to get back on the score sheet.
Yep. Well, it might come as a surprise, but Nick Schmaltz is not our DraftKings king of the game. Because we just needed to have some fun today. So Petey and Craig schemed a little something, and this is how it went.
Okay, Steve Peters here with PHNX. We have not been able to come up with a king of the game tonight, so we've decided to blindfold Craig. We're going to spin him around. He's going to point to the wall, and that will be tonight's DraftKings king of the game. Are you ready, Craig?
Yeah, one note here. This is not like the Trevor Zegras cheesecloth I can't actually see, so this is
real.
blindfold.
This is legit. Okay, so now I'm going to spin you around. Spin you around 3 times.
Oh my God.
Okay, ready? We're going to point to the wall.
vomiting.
Here we go.
Oh,
and tonight's DraftKings king of the game. No. The tonight's DraftKings king of the game is... Jan Yannick is tonight's. And there it is.
With a big assist from Petey.
King of the game.
That was our 7th take,
really
by the way.
Cool guy.
I walked out the front door of the office
game.
and a couple others, so.
That's his stat. Really cool guy, loves the game. Our DraftKings king of the game, Jan Yannick.
Good in the room.
Good in the room. Jan
So
Yannick.
that's just about where we
Nobody
are.
makes the fishbowl look better than Jan Yannick.
Yes, very true.
That's great.
And that, honestly, it was hard. It was hard to go in any direction. That I thought Carconi and Michelli looked good again tonight, the young kids. But again, it's not a sustainable 60-minute game for them. And sometimes it's just hard to find the guy. And I always sit here and try to come up with, hey, let's be positive. Let's try to find some positives through tonight. Tonight was tough. There was just a better team playing a depleted, tired team. I mean, I'm not angry about the outcome, not surprised by the outcome. They were beaten by a better team. And it's, sometimes that's okay.
Yeah, Andre said he's just going to throw this one away. This is the quintessential flush game.
Yep.
Like when you look at all the circumstances, just flush it.
We're not going to break down the game.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we talked about defensive breakdowns, how many times they were alone in front of the net. Again, you talk about chemistry of guys playing with each other. And let's look at the three of us. When we started this show in August, it was a shit show. Like, it was cluster. We didn't know who was doing what.
We didn't start the show in August, so.
We didn't? Well, I did. I worked that hard. I was a month before you trying to get ready. But now it's we work better together because we know how to work with one another. That's the same thing with this team. If you don't play with each other every day and you don't practice with each other, you're not accustomed to everybody, it makes it really difficult. And you don't know where the other guy is going to be. And so I think you're jumbling lines, your guys are in and out of the lineup. It's really, really hard to find that synchronicity and to be able to find that mix. So sure, they're missing defensive zone assignments. Of course they are. They're not playing together.
It's
so will
so
that get
hard.
better? They don't practice. A lot of these guys don't even practice together, back-to-back games.
Yeah.
So you know what? Like Craig said, flush it, move on, and let's get ready for Thursday.
I feel like with 12 games left in this season, you just kind of hope for a couple of more of those promising efforts from the Coyotes, right? They're gonna struggle the rest of the season. There's just too many people out of the lineup. There's a lot of problems with their situation right now. But if you can get maybe like 2 or 3 more of those efforts where you feel good about something, okay, let's call it. Let's get to the offseason.
And the other thing, Craig, too, and what they might be able to do in this last flurry of 12 games, is 11 or 12 left, is will players like Boko Amama get a chance to come up from Tucson? Is Ben McCartney going to get another look? Will that be something that, even if it's just for a game, just so they can see, oh, this is it. This is the path that I need to do more over the summer. Do they reward some of those players? Maybe. And maybe we'll see how they perform. Or is it a stage for Carconi and Michelli that they really need to take another step forward in those last 10 games? Maybe they get more ice time, more power play time. I think that's an audition for some players, too, that contracts are expiring. They're still going to need to put 20 guys on the ice next year. So there's some people, I know we talked right before he gets hurt. Lawson Krause is the name. He was going to get signed, or they were negotiating his next contract. He hasn't played now.
I know, yeah.
Christian Fischer needs a contract. He's not playing. So if not for the Coyotes, where does Christian Fischer sign? He hasn't played in forever. His statistics aren't going to show up. Right. It's going to be hard. So there's going to be a lot of things, people and players that are going to need to be really looked at over this last few weeks. And what are they going to do over the summertime with these players? So there's still a lot to happen here in the last few weeks. Plus, we still got to talk more countdown on greatest moments in Gila River.
No, I thought you were segueing into Tucson. I don't know. What do I know?
I thought
it's not
that
my
too.
job.
It was good too, because we're going to do that, aren't we?
Yes, so we
down the
will
I-10
have a
again?
Down the I-10 episode this week, and we will be talking to Tucson Roadrunners head coach Jay Verity again, and get his point of view on, here we are with the Coyotes' depleted lineup, but all the Tucson players coming up, so how does he handle that? So we're going to talk to him about that. So more to come on that this week. Let's look at the week ahead for the Coyotes, though, because it doesn't get any easier after tonight. Vancouver on Thursday. That one's going to be big because it's Connor Garland and Oliver Ekman-Larsson's return to Gila River Arena.
We've got that circled.
Yep.
And the other thing about Vancouver is they're hanging by a thread now.
Yeah.
They got to win. So
Absolute must-win game.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Vegas Saturday. They're on a roll. New Jersey next Tuesday, maybe winnable. They've been struggling a lot lately.
Big time, yeah.
Then again, Vancouver on the road, Calgary. I mean, all teams that are hot. So maybe the New Jersey game is one you can look at as winnable on there.
What about the Vegas game? They've won 6 in a
about
row
it?
right now. By then, it'll either be 7 or 8. And they have to come into Gila River Arena against a depleted lineup and Karel Vejmelka. That sounds like a 52-save win for the Oaks.
Yeah,
to me.
true, honestly.
Just wait and see.
Wait, are we in the Wheel of Fantasy?
No.
As the
Not
week
yet.
progresses,
It is here.
that may be. I'm not going to say I got trouble last time by the mountain.
Why?
Pikachu Peak. I know it's Pikachu. It's Pikachu, right? And I said Pikachu because I traveled with a kid down there, and you say Pikachu because. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay. Pikachu. I know where Pikachu Peak is.
Yeah.
I've made
I know
that
where it is
drive.
too. You drive
We've
by
all
it.
made that drive.
That's
when you
it's
get
a
this-
landmark on that boring
you
drive.
get there, you
Exactly.
go,
It's like
oh, I'm almost there.
2/3 of the way down or a third of the way
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
I'm almost
At least
there.
from where I live. Not
Then
where
you see
you
the
live.
ostrich farm.
You live in the high rent district, so
Then you get
it's
the
only a
McDonald's.
quarter of the way for you.
Marana
Rooster
McDonald's.
Cockburn, you ever stopped there?
Never have.
You've never stopped there.
Driven by it.
I've gone in there with
Lots.
my kids like
Have you?
5
The
times.
ostrich?
Yes. You haven't gone there?
I've never
Rooster
gone there.
Cogbird's place, you got to stop there. You can
Next
feed
trip,
these
Leah and I
birds
make
called
down the I-10.
lorikeets, and they
We'll
land
go.
all over you.
We
It's
did go
pretty
down
bizarre.
the I-10, but we didn't go there.
We will next
Wow, are
time.
we
Yeah.
off the tracks right now?
I think
Okay.
we've been
will.
off the track from the start.
Which is funny because we've all made that drive a lot. There are a lot of landmarks. on the
I
way.
do have to update you. It is 48-47 UNC.
What?
Just saying.
Kansas.
What did I
is
say?
All the way
You
back.
doubted my
Everyone who
Jayhawks.
is here watching this post-game show instead of that game, thank you so much. We appreciate
You
you.
don't need the game when
48-47.
I can update you on the
Doubted
score.
my Jayhawks.
Exactly.
48-47.
How much time's left?
A lot.
11:36.
So we need to be
It's a
done
game.
before
Oh,
this so
okay.
we can
Let's
go.
let's
It's a
get
game.
going.
Yeah.
Well, now that that March Madness is coming to an end, golf season is in full swing. And I think the Masters are this
Masters.
weekend. So the newest deal at DraftKings, new customers can bet $5 on golf's first major and get $25 in free bets for every birdie Bryson DeChambeau sinks in the first round. That's a fun one.
Wow. Okay.
That's new. We love that. There's a ton of ways you can bet on golf on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So this weekend with the Masters coming up, it's a great time to get in on the action. If you're an existing customer, you can bet on golf or anything else. There's so much you can bet on DraftKings, including doing same game parlays. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code PHNX, bet $5 and win $25 in free bets for every one of Bryson's birdies in the first round. Join the action for golf's first major with code PHNX only at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. That's 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. All right.
Can you
Petey,
say Bryson's birdies one more time?
Bryson's birdies.
Okay. Thanks.
Petey has a Katchina update.
The Katchina update? The Katchinas, we talked about them last
Yeah.
night. And we're going to go not just the Katchinas, because we're also going to talk Bobcats too. But the Katchinas, we talked about them last night, all being in their semifinal games, winning all of their semifinal games. And all 3 Katchina teams that were in the national tournament all played for the championship today, the 14U, 16U, and 19U. And let's see how they did. I tell you what, they brought home 3 silver medals. And
Extra time for
All
all three.
three.
all
yeah.
3 games. The first game, the 14U game, was a 1-1 shootout, and they lost the shootout by a single goal.
Ugh.
And you see a national championship decided by a shootout. Oh,
Play hockey.
Aaron, I believe that was Aaron Judge. Do you remember Stu Judge?
Yeah.
Worked at the Coyotes.
Yeah.
His daughter played goal.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tell you what, outstanding goaltending games for all 3 Katchina teams. The 16Us, they lost in overtime. It was 2-2. They battled back in that one. They ended up losing that in overtime to a team from Minnesota. And then in the nightcap, or the afternoon cap, I guess, a
That's night for you.
0-0 game.
Mm.
0-0 game going into overtime against a team from Pennsylvania. And the 19Us lost 1-0. But we're talking about a team from Arizona getting second in the United States of America.
That's absolutely incredible.
That is absolutely, and not just in one division, in 3 divisions.
Yeah.
One team that you see there, one team's from Massachusetts, one from Minnesota, and one from Pennsylvania. You didn't see 3 teams from Minnesota. You see 3 teams from Arizona. So we have this big rant about Arizona hockey. Congratulations to the Katchinas.
I think we have a photo of them too.
Oh, yeah, let's show
somewhere.
the photo, because these are some of the girls from the 14U team. John Slaney, the assistant coach down with the Tucson Roadrunners, his daughter Julia is on the team. Got a goal and assist in the semis, power play goal. Unfortunately, they couldn't get through today's game and couldn't get a win today. But again, how proud should these people be of what this program has become in the last year? And we talk about Matt Schott.
Mm.
And every one of those teams had a Matt Schott jersey represented on the bench, in the locker room. This is what he worked so hard for.
No doubt. And I want to make sure, obviously, you've congratulated all the teams, but Lindsay Fry does unbelievable work with this organization as
Absolutely.
well. So props to Lindsay. But Maddie, you know, you've read it a lot of places, you've heard it a lot of places, but we saw it. We saw this was his passion. He had such a fervent belief in building the girls and women's game in this state, and he was so tireless in the work that he put in. If you knew all the hours that Matt Schott put in, I'm certain he wasn't paid well by the hour if you consider that. He just cared so much. He really dove into this. This was his big project, and these are the fruits of your labor, Maddie. So,
and both
congrats.
Lindsay and Matt set their, and I know their mission was to make this a nationally recognized program. And here's why. Because what you want to do is you want to develop these players here. You want you want the girls in this program to stay 14, 15, 16. You want them to stay here. You don't want them to go, okay, I'm 16. I need to develop my game more. I'm going to go to Massachusetts and go to a boarding school. Or I'm going to go to Minnesota and go to a boarding school there. You want them to develop their skills to the highest of their ability here in Arizona. And now the teams that we mentioned here are all going to be in the tier 1 level next year. So it's a whole nother step up. It's a whole nother level of competition. But it just shows that this program, the Arizona Katchinas, is now recognized on a national level. Clearly, people
ready
know
to take
who they
that
are.
step, which is cool, right? They're
That's
ready
phenomenal.
to take that
They
step.
are ready to take that
That's
step.
awesome.
We got a super chat, and we'll go to the next thing,
we have
too.
a super chat. Well, it transitions into the next
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So we have a $5 super chat from Sammy D. Thank you. Arizona Bobcats won it at Great Park Ice. Shout out to the Yotes for giving them praise for their victory. Shot must be proud. And yes, Mike sucks. Always a throw in from Sammy D. Thank you,
So let's
Sammy.
go to the Arizona Bobcats. We got that. They do win a national championship in the 18 and under boys tier 2 national championship in Irvine, California today, defeating the Philadelphia Blazers.
Nice.
Yeah,
Big day
4-3
for
win.
Arizona
They had a
hockey.
4-2 lead. The Blazers battled back, got a late one to make it 4-3. Ron Fillion has that Bobcat program down in Chandler at the Ice End Chandler. A great program. It's moved around to a few different rinks in the valley, but it's a kid named Austin Matthews, I think, was a Bobcat.
Yep, he came through there at some
And
point.
speaking
Never heard
of,
of him.
he scored a hat trick tonight
Mm.
and scored his 54th goal of the season, which ties a Toronto franchise record. And I don't know, but the Leafs have been around for a long
And it takes an
time.
Arizona Bobcat to lead the Toronto Maple Leafs franchise.
Yeah, next one will be
Yep, next one will be the record. And
passing Rick Vive.
That's
Remember
unreal.
Rick
So
Vive? It's a great player.
congratulations to all
Great
the
goal
youth
scorer.
hockey teams in Arizona. We're from our show and PHNX. We're really proud of you. This is amazing, and it shows just again, kind of add on to Leah's rant from yesterday. Hockey belongs here. So
Absolutely.
congratulations.
And speaking of hockey belonging here, it's a big week this Thursday. Looking ahead,
Craig, again? Again?
Craig,
Can we get done with this yet?
what's happening on Thursday?
The Tempe City Council will discuss the Coyotes' proposed arena and entertainment district in executive session, which is, of course, closed to the public. I've heard that they're going to get basically all that information that they were supposed to be provided by the firm impact studies for traffic, for airport, for noise, for gambling, projections for job creation, tax revenue, et cetera. All that could be on the table that day. I don't know how long it's going to take to get through all that, and we don't know, how that will impact the council at this point. When you have that sort of information coming in front of you, it can change your mind one way or the other. So it's really hard to know what's going to come Thursday, but it's on the table. They could decide right then and there that they want to push it to a vote and have a vote in their next meeting. They could decide to table it, discuss it more. They could decide to kill the RFP right there.
That can
So,
happen.
that can happen.
That is an option. Kill the RP and it's done.
That's what I've been told.
It's an option. I'm
not saying that that's what's
clearly,
going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
I just want to say that
Would be crazy
good
to me.
Lord,
Like,
no, I didn't say that.
you need to take that beyond this. If you're just getting this information, there's no way you can be killing it today.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of
insane to me.
information they're getting in these studies and financial studies.
Yeah.
And all I can say is the same thing we said over and over again. Let's get the damn thing done.
Yeah.
Let's get a shovel in the ground. Let's build the building and let's stop
A
talking
shovel in the
about
ground,
this.
not just a picture of someone holding
Yeah.
a shovel, because
Right.
we
Yeah.
know that doesn't
Or
mean
an
Yeah.
outdated rendering. That's not what the building's going
No
to look
more
like. so.
renderings. Build the goddamn
Please,
thing.
because I need the narrative to end. I just need it to end. And
A couple of other points in that story, though. I reached out to some people that could actually comment on it because sitting council members cannot. But I did speak I spoke to 3 former Tempe mayors. One of them, Mark Mitchell, declined comment. But both Neil Giuliano and Hugh Hallman support the deal. I don't know if you guys saw the editorial that Hugh Hallman wrote for the Phoenix Business Journal, but it was pretty scathing in calling out Sky Harbor and Phoenix officials for their hypocrisy in fighting this deal. It's worth a read. I linked to it in the story that I wrote today. But 2 former mayors Two people who have sat in that chair and understand Tempe's needs are in support of this deal. I thought that was noteworthy.
Yeah, and let's hope that continues, right? I mean, we clearly want this saga of the last 20 years behind us. Build the building. Let's move forward. And I think, I mean, I don't know. I'm not on the Tempe City Council. I think it makes sense. Yeah. This is what this team, this city has needed. Hopefully they can get it done.
It's hard when you don't have all the info in front of you, though, right? I mean, how do you make an informed decision or assessment of it at this point?
Well, more to come this Thursday, and Craig will be, I mean, it's closed, so we won't know for sure, but any information, we'll have it. And if you want to read kind of the primer and more background on that, read Craig's story over at gophnx.com. Tons of stuff there, tons of stuff upcoming this week, and a lot of great stuff, not just from Craig, but all the amazing writers here at PHNX. All the beats are covered. Baseball's back this week, so tons going on at PHNX. So become a member today. Your first month, you can either get your first month just 50 cents or get a year and get a free shirt when you sign up. You're wearing your DraftKings shirt, but you always wear a PHNX shirt, so I'm very thrown off.
I know.
But I do respect
for the
that
national
you
championship
wear
basketball game.
Yeah,
I was wearing his Pearl Jam shirt earlier.
I know it's cold in here.
I know. I'm actually comfortable for once in Studio B.
Cool.
Yeah. I just realized you're both wearing black. I'm wearing white too. It's like a very even thing to look at on the screen.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Why are you? Emma is staring
Sean
at me.
Was about to say something, I think.
Sean?
Oh no, I was gonna say anything. You're also all wearing blue jeans, so it's all.
Wow,
that might be a first.
It looks like Leah is the lead singer of a band, which I guess she kind of is in this band. But
there you go.
The band is PHNX Coyotes.
And speaking of the band and music, we
definitely
haven't forgotten.
punk rock.
Oh yes.
Yes. I'm glad you brought it up.
I did because I know
we didn't have
on
to.
Me. Yeah. We haven't forgotten. It's still being discussed on how it's going to happen. Because if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right.
Petey, I just need everyone to know, not only have we not forgotten, but we are considering so many different options for this that Petey was showing YouTube videos before of the potential dance.
Yes.
moves.
So this is again, if you want to do it right, see, Oreo. I was going to say Oreo and I didn't. They backed off. Somebody else did. So just be patient with us. There's a little bit of hockey season left. There'll be plenty of time for dancing later.
So obviously we passed 3,000 followers at the PHNX Coyotes.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
So the next thing in line is
I need to
Petey's going to dance.
Yep.
And syrup comes
because
later.
As we all know, in the mood that I usually am when I come here to PHNX, I'm usually in a happy dancing mood. Right? Like it's just part of who I am. Part of my nature.
I saw
whistling
Petey do a
and
heel
dancing.
kick on the way into the office.
Yeah, a good heel kick as I whistle happily into work.
He was feeding the birds.
That's me. That's a freaking Disney movie with the deer and the bluebirds.
We should have a schedule of those things coming up too, like 3,000 Petey dances, 3,500 Leah log cabin syrup, 4,000 Espo dies.
Oh my god, so dark but true. Caleb was asking for the wheel. Should we spin the wheel or should we save it?
I don't know. I'm trying to read this.
Did you have something in mind, or should we just talk about greens?
Why don't we save the wheel? Because I feel like we have other conversations.
We have some things we need to discuss still.
We do.
Okay, the St. Louis Blues won 5-1. They were better. They're going to the playoffs. The Coyotes were hurt. They're coming home.
Okay.
Good?
Good with that.
And the Coyotes are still tied in last place with Montreal with 49 points. Montreal plays Ottawa tomorrow.
Hosts
Big game.
Huge
if
game.
Montreal wins, then Arizona will retake sole possession of 32nd place. So we'll be keeping tabs on that one tomorrow as well. All right. Our final topic is courtesy of Sean behind the Mac.
There it is.
All right, Sean, why don't you tell us about this?
I saw this tweet and I was intrigued.
I walked outside of the office earlier today, going to lunch, and I smelled fresh cut grass, which is a little bit of a rarity here in Arizona. And I looked down and there was grass clippings. They had just mown the lawn outside of the office. And as my tweet says, I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've smelled fresh cut grass since I've moved here. I have missed it a lot. It is one of my favorite smells.
So we're going to transition somehow into an argument over lawns versus rock lawns. What do you have, first of all?
Well, first
Petey,
of all,
you have grass. I know you have grass because you have demonstrated the overseeding process.
100% I have grass. Well, should I? Probably not, because of all the anger and consternation it causes me on a nearly daily basis, including today. You know how hard it is to keep grass? It's the desert. It's hard. It's weeds. It's dirty. It's yellow patches. We got a freaking dog. I want my lawn to look good. I can't afford to buy the one where you get the whole piece of carpet rolled out there and, like fake grass. Can't afford that. So we got to mow it. So I mowed mine yesterday. Anytime, Sean, you want to come smell some fresh cut grass 3 times a week, you
should bring a bag right into the office.
Yeah, I got plenty of it up there.
I'll take it.
But no, so next I did the crabgrass pre-emergent 6 weeks ago. Like everything's perfect, and watered it the deep. It's just not coming in the way I wanted to. So unhappy right now.
Before we move on quickly, we have another super chat from Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. Craig did state, though, he is more confident about the outcome of this deal than he was earlier, which is encouraging.
Yeah, that was a week or 2 ago. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
We'll see. Anyway,
I don't know what to think.
Back to
Sorry, Sammy.
a much more relevant conversation.
Lawns.
Grass or rocks?
Grass or rocks.
So,
First of all,
if you're gonna let
should we have grass in Arizona
No.
given our water issues?
No.
Okay. Threw that out there. But rocks aren't, okay, if you're going to have rocks, what are you going to do? What are you going to make?
Do you have rocks?
We have rocks in the front, but we have grass in the back. Not that I wanted it, but Tara wanted it
My
for
mom
the dogs.
has rocks in
She wanted it for the dogs, and that's noble, right? I get
Sure.
it. I get it. But, like you said, it's
Look
impossible to take care of it.
Even Craig's side count is high today.
Well,
It's
we're talking
addicting,
about my
man.
lawn, so
I know.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
but
frustrating
I get
topic.
I get it. And now all of the money and time and effort that I put into that yard.
and it still looks like crap. See? Yeah, same.
Sometimes
What are we doing?
My winter grass, money. Like my winter grass, not as many weeds. It's a different rye. It's great. But I get 100% sun in my backyard, 100% all day. It's burned to hell. It's just really, really hard. I'm so frustrated.
I
Where do you
just
sit on this?
So I like how grass lawns look, but I don't think it's practical in Arizona. I'm a big
True.
fan of the cut grass smell, and I was very disappointed because I saw Sean's tweet and I was like, oh my God, they cut the grass. I come to work. Someone was smoking a cigarette outside, so I could not enjoy the smell.
Okay.
But I did grow up in Toronto, so everyone had grass.
Right. Chicago, Minnesota.
In Arizona, for me, all the public parks, the grass is just the yellow, brown, dry.
Hard pan. Yeah,
It's horrible.
It
and
hurts to fall
I
on
have
it.
a horrible memory in middle school. A piece of it got under my
No.
eyelid and I scratched my crease.
So this is like my goat trauma from earlier in my life. I get
Garden
it. I get
show.
it. I can relate. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. This
so,
reminds
true
me of
story.
early shows.
When Tara and I first moved out here, we were exploring the city. We drove all the way the hell out to Sun City West. And we passed this guy out on his rock lawn. Green rocks, by the way. They're green rocks.
Don't know how I feel
And he's
about
watering them. I think he was
No.
probably watering the dust off of them. Maybe that's what he was doing.
that. No.
But we drove past him slowly. It was almost like a drive-by. Both of us looking like,
No.
didn't know what to think of that.
Well, since we've all kind of waited on this, we're talking about green leafy stuff. Can we have one more discussion?
Oh.
I know where this is going.
Yeah. I know
Well,
where
one
it's
more
going to.
discussion.
Yes.
Can we talk about salads?
Yes.
You gonna set me up
And
on
we're
this?
not
Leah
talking
is a
about hair.
weirdo.
Can we talk
Spoiler
about
alert.
salads?
Leah is a weirdo.
Wait, so
I
what?
mean-
what constitutes a salad, Craig?
Well, let's let Leah sort of.
So the definition of
Bury
a
yourself
salad
here.
is cold or warm vegetables together.
Whose definition?
The internet.
Who's eating a warm vegetable salad?
Come on now.
So I guess with
What?
the what is the first
a
ingredient of a
cold
salad?
dish of various mixtures of raw or cooked vegetables, usually seasoned with oil, vinegar, or other dressing.
Listen,
Is this
what
Webster's or
this is what
something?
it came
Or Merriam?
down to earlier.
Whose definition is that?
Oxford.
That's Oxford's definition.
Leah said that
All right.
she made a salad.
Okay, so I cut my
Yeah,
finger
explain.
really badly today making a salad.
Look at you trying for sympathy before you lay out the next part of this. Okay.
And I don't put lettuce in my salads because I think lettuce is the worst part of a salad. When I eat a salad, I want to eat the things in the salad. So when I make salad, I don't put lettuce in. I put tomatoes, I put cucumbers, I put peppers, I put cheese. I'll put everything. But
She left out the bougie ingredients.
heart of palm
and
is the
farro.
best ingredient, salad ingredient out there.
There it is.
But again, and Todd brings up a good point because we're going to get to Todd's point here in a second. Because Todd's point
Fruit
is
salad,
the valid.
yummy, yummy.
Todd's point is a valid part of what a definition of a salad
Okay,
is.
are
The
we
first
gonna-
ingredient of a salad is lettuce. Period.
Lettuce.
Are we going to just gloss over Todd's Wiggles reference?
Fruit,
I didn't see it.
fruit salad, yummy, yummy.
Fruit
No,
salad.
but that's what we needed
Yummy.
because
Fruit salad.
Todd's comment. Craig decided this.
Yeah, Petey and I talked about this. I won't tell you where.
If it's a salad, it has lettuce. Period. If it doesn't have lettuce,
It has to have a word in front of it.
like
Bean salad.
Okay,
salad.
this is what
Salad.
I was saying
salad.
earlier.
It's a
salad.
salad.
I call it the no lettuce salad.
No, that's ridiculous. What I said earlier is
You have mixed
sure.
vegetables.
Find something by what it's not.
can
You
have
have to define it by what it is.
She has mixed vegetables. It's not
Yeah,
a salad.
you can have a salad, you can have a pasta salad, you can have a fruit salad. But if you were to go to a restaurant, right, and be like, "Can I have a salad?" and they're like, "Sure," and they bring you back something that doesn't have a leafy green in it, you're gonna be like, "What the hell is
I'd be
this?
so
This is not a salad." Putting aside your preference or non-preference, I guess, for lettuce. If someone says you're getting a salad, you're expecting it to have a lettuce or spinach base of
Kale,
some sort.
spinach.
Yeah, a
Sure.
leafy green. So when she
Does
said,
anyone even like how leafy greens taste?
I love spinach.
Yeah.
I love spinach. I can
Do you
eat spinach
like-
straight up.
iceberg lettuce.
No, iceberg
Sure.
is
I mean,
iceberg is just blah.
When I eat a
all
salad
water.
with lettuce in it,
Like
the lettuce
green leaf?
is like a vehicle for all the other ingredients, right? But if I ask for a salad and they hand me
that was a
they
Wiggles
hand me
thing?
yeah, that's what I
Fruit
was.
salad, yummy.
I
You
see.
didn't watch that with Jackson?
So you interrupted. Chum was on a roll here, so I want to hear the rest of this.
I was
Okay.
more upset because I had already said that it was a Wiggles thing, and then he just was like, "That was a
I know,
Wiggles
but I
thing?"
didn't get it. I
I
didn't
got
get
it
what
right
you
away,
said.
Sean.
I didn't get it. Sorry.
Okay, but
I'm older than the people in the Wiggles. Like, I don't watch the Wiggles.
no, I don't know if that's true. Anyways,
We should dress up as
Um,
the Wiggles for Halloween.
That's not happening.
Okay.
all you got to do is put on like a bright yellow shirt.
Wiggles.
Yeah, the closet's full of those.
All I say in my ultimate point is that if I want a salad, if I ask for a salad, I'm expecting someone to put leafy greens in it, and Leah just had a vegetable medley and called it a salad.
You could even call it a vegetable salad.
And
I'd be
also,
okay with that.
the base
vegetable
of it,
salad.
the base of it was farro, which is a grain. Which, if anything, it's just so now you're just eating like a rice with other vegetables in it. That was a point that I literally just made up.
Do you feel attacked right now?
Okay.
I don't. I stand by how I
I
feel.
don't.
And also,
really
I
don't
was
care
already
what you guys think.
dragged for my rice take, which we're not getting into right now.
If you want to
We
get
are
real
not.
deep into the food theory, I was telling them this earlier. There's like the box theory, where like
No,
all food,
it's too
all
much.
food can be described by the number of sides it has. So a salad has no sides; it's just a bunch of mixed ingredients. So like a spaghetti would be a salad, stuff like that. It's
I
a very
don't like
minimalistic
the
version.
argument. Like, I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich, so like I don't like that.
Well, no, a hot dog, I believe, in this situation would be a taco because it's got 3 sides.
Okay, well, I don't like that way of thinking.
I blame you, Craig.
What if
for
it's
this.
like the New England style buns where it's like this?
For
Different?
those audio
Just saying,
listeners,
never
Craig
mind.
was trying to demonstrate.
Never mind. Yeah.
Well-
Caleb wants the rice take.
No.
Her rice take is just that
No.
she eats rice with ketchup.
I don't
like
eat
a
it.
weirdo.
I just was asked for
No,
my
she
weird.
likes it.
I
That's all
don't.
that matters.
Okay, whatever. The Arizona Coyotes fall on this one 5 to 1.
Wow.
against
Look at that
the
segue.
St. Louis Blues.
We
will.
we got an audio thing sometime this week.
Yeah,
Down the
so-
I-10
Down the
sometime.
I-10.
Yes, Down the I-10 is coming out
Sometime.
this week, so stay tuned for that. And we will be back for our post-game show Thursday. Craig's actually sitting down with Connor Garland during the day, so he'll have a written piece on that on gophnx.com. Be sure to check that out. Our schedule is pinned at the top of PHNX_Coyotes on Twitter, so if you're not already following us, please follow us, as well as subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and like us, leave us a review there. Subscribe to the PHNX Sports YouTube channel as well. PHNX Sports across all social platforms. There's a ton of great content. It's baseball opening week. There's an event this Thursday at the Ainsworth. If you're a baseball fan, if you're in Phoenix, come by. It's at 3, correct, Sean? The baseball
Yes,
event?
it is at the Ainsworth.
Okay.
On the patio of the Ainsworth, too.
Wow, look at that. So if you're a
Play ball.
baseball fan, the Ainsworth downtown, 3 p.m. for opening day for the D-backs. A lot of good stuff coming up this week at PHNX Sports. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tuning in instead of the national
other game?
championship game, which I think
Right.
we'll be able to catch
Probably
the
over
end
now.
of.
65-63 with 3.5 minutes left.
Amazing good
Kansas.
timing for us to end the show. Thank you all. We'll see you later in the week. Have a great week, everyone.